Okay, so me and AI, had this idea. It's partly my idea, but it was partly the AI's idea. I decided to make this cursive number system. Well, it's sort of cursive. Each digit is like a cursive word in a way, and a full number with more than one digit in it is like a sentence. But I took this idea of the base 120. I put it into AI. I said it should be cursive, and I gave it sort of an idea similar to that other number system I had before, where it was kind of loops. Is kind of how it was done. It has a similar idea to Coviac, but it's capable of going so much higher than merely 20, because as you can see here, it's actually a 6 score. And I have this right here. This is my AI based number system. The AI helped me create it. It didn't completely create it. It gave me the idea of using a triangle for 20, and it was a little bit creative, and so I used it. For 0, I have I kind of evolved it once I got it here. It's kind of like a twisted rope, and it's 3 layers. It means none here, none here, none here. But I got 1, as you can see, 2, 3, 4. Now 4, it's the only number that goes on both sides. It's 1 plus 3. It could be a little confusing, which, I guess you could play around and figure out some other method to make 4, but I'm not really worried about it. It was an AI idea. You could put it behind a 3 between the 2 humps there if you wanted to, but it doesn't really matter. Once you get to 5, you get, there's 1 set of 5 there, and then we go 1 set of 1, 2 sets of 1, 3 sets of 1, 4 sets of 1, and then 2 5s for 10. And we follow the same pattern, and then we got 3 5s right here for 15. And then we do the pattern again, and then we get to 20, and we have a triangle here. Now you might be asking yourself, why the hell is 20 a triangle? Well, I'll tell you why 20 is a triangle. There's actually this there's this shape. I forgot what the exact name of the shape was, but me and the AI was talking about it. It was like it was a polyhedron. Let me see, 20-face polyhedron. Faced, 20-faced shape. Let's see here. Right. Let me see if I can find it. 20-faced shape. Polyhedron. Right there. And I put that there. And so it basically follows the same exact thing, all keeping it on one side until you get to 4. That's obviously 24, and then you keep doing that same pattern with the triangle on top until you get to 2 triangles. 2 triangles is 2 score, and then it does that same pattern until you get to 60. 60 is a little bit different, and the reason why the AI decided to make the 60 different is because, you see, in ancient times, people did use a base 60. I don't know, there might have been some kind of argument back then of whether or not 60 should be the number base, or whether 120 should be the number base, because they're both highly composite numbers, but 120 is closer to 100. So, I used it as the main base, but there's a little bit of a sub base here, and the AI said, make 60 something that represents food. This would make sense, right? Because 60 loaves of bread, right, back in the Babylonian days. But the thing is, this could be bread, but here's the thing. It's an oval. And it has a divide in it right there. It represents half, more so than it even does 60. So, you know, it could be a watermelon, it could be a cantaloupe to some extent maybe. I don't know a cantaloupe that looks exactly like that, but it could be anything. An eggplant, it could be a papaya, anything that you can cut in half could be represented with that. And then for 61, right, since it has a sub-base of 60 in it, 61 is this, and it told me put a loop on each one of them. Make the same symbols, just add a loop. So that's what I did. I made each one of these symbols, each loop representing 60, until you get to 120. Here I have the number of combinations in a Rubik's Cube represented in base 120 with all its powers. Here I have 144,000 in all its glory. Here I have 5,280, which is the number of feet within a mile. And over here I have the dreaded 666. I also did a math problem with this system. I sort of made ideograms to represent multiplication there, right? 3 times 3, right? That's sort of the ideogram. I made an ideogram for addition, which is a half square with 2 dots being gathered together. So you multiply this by this, and you get this. Then you multiply this, and this, and this, and this, to get this, and then you multiply this and this to get this. You know, then you add it all up. You got 2 60s there, which is a third 120, and then you right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of them are 5s, so that makes another 20. 20 plus 20 plus 20 is 60. Plus 1, 61. So write the 60 there and the 1, and then you got this, which you simply bring down. And much like Koviak, in a very simple way, you just did 225 times 225 and got an answer of 50,625. So enjoy the interesting properties of this new hieroglyphic AI-based 120 system 6-score addition. And congratulations to all those who just played the new Luigi's Mansion game. It's going to be epic. I remember Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and that was a great game.